Hi, I'm attorney Amanda Schaefer, and today we're going to give you some tips to help you nail your green card interview. So, tip number one is to come prepared. The first part of this is, well, who should go to the interview? Of course, anyone who is named on the notice should go, which would be the applicant. If this is a family based petition, whether it is your spouse or another family member, even if the underlying I-130 petition has been approved, that family member should go with you. If there are any children included on the application as derivatives, they should also come with you. Big question that we get asked about is translators, because the interview notices generally say to bring a translator. And I've even been with clients who have brought a translator, and then the USCIS officer said, you can't bring that person in. We have a translator. What we say now is, if when in doubt, bring a translator. Worst case scenario, the person just has to sit in the waiting room. You don't want to have your interview delayed. And finally, if you do have to bring children to the interview with you, bring a babysitter or someone the kids can sit with in the waiting room while you're being interviewed. You're going to want to assume that USCIS knows nothing. And this is with respect to documents. So you're going to need originals of all the identity documents that you've submitted. And then you're going to need copies of updated documents and financial documents, which we'll go into real quick. The identity documents that you definitely are going to need is your passport, your birth certificate. If you're married, your marriage certificate. If you've been divorced before, your judgment of divorce. Work permits, if you have one. If you've gotten an advance parole travel document, you bring that. If you've ever been arrested, you're going to also need to bring your original certificate of disposition. In terms of financial documents, you want to bring the updated financials for your adjustment of status sponsor. So that will be your petitioner, and that will be if you do have a joint sponsor or household member who had to sign one of the forms, then you're going to need this stuff for them as well. So updated taxes, 2 to 3 recent pay stubs, and the most recent W-2 or 1099. And finally, eligibility documents. If it's a marriage-based case, I'm going to put a link to my marriage interview video to let you know what type of updated documents to bring there, or eligibility documents. And if this is an employment-based case, you want evidence that you're still employed as required. For example, if you're an EB1, you have to show that you're still planning to continue in your field of expertise. Tip number 2, practice makes perfect. Practice for your interview. I can't stress that enough. Know the information that is on your applications. You will be questioned about it. Note any changes on the application so that you can tell the officer when you get there, as well as any mistakes so you can correct them. Tip number 3, be honest. USCIS is trained to tell if you are lying or not. And you only make problems bigger if you try to lie. You at the same time of you assuming USCIS knows nothing, you have to assume they know everything and not try to hide anything. Otherwise, you may be facing a claim that you've committed fraud or misrepresentation. Tip number 4, when in doubt, contact an experienced immigration attorney. The earlier in the process that you contact the immigration attorney, the better. I highly, highly recommend, if you have any criminal history, immigration violations other than a simple overstay, or you've ever been in removal or deportation proceedings. You can bring a lawyer to the interview if you want. I've heard from clients it does make a difference. And a lot of times clients feel more comfortable having an attorney there. And you can have an attorney there with you, even if that attorney did not file the application for you. Tip number 5, the eve of your interview / the day of your interview. Go to bed early. Eat before your interview. You may be there for a while. On that same note, prepare to be at USCIS for several hours. Bring snacks, bring a book to read, Uh, if you have children, bring something to entertain them. I've waited there for 5 minutes and I've waited there for 4 hours and everywhere in between. And just personally, I think it's a good idea to pack your bag the night before and lay out the clothes that you're going to wear. Of course, you want to you don't have to wear a suit necessarily, but you want to look presentable. You want to show USCIS that you're taking it seriously. And if you have taken your clothes out the night before and already packed your bag with all the documents I mentioned a little while ago, then you're going to be all set to go in the morning before your interview. And tip number 6, relax. It's normal to be nervous, but you don't have to be. If you're honest, prepared, and you know the information on your applications, then you should have no problems. That is all for our tips. If you have any questions, the contact information is in the video description. We'd be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching.